Hello.
Hello, Ellie. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank
My
you.
my name is Mr. G,
hmm
and let me tell you a little bit about myself. I've been educator for 44 years. I've
hmm
been a classroom teacher, a principal of an American high
hmm
school.
Yeah.
I taught at the University of Houston. I've taught in Abu Dhabi, Dubai,
Wow.
Philippines, Mexico, and America. And I am your teacher today.
Yes, your career is very impressive.
Thank you.
hmm
It's not impressive, it's just long. I lived a long time, so
Yeah.
you get a lot of experience that way.
hmm
So what
Great.
do you do, Ellie?
Yeah. I live in Seoul, South Korea, and I have two kids. They are very young, 6 and 4. So yeah, I'm a housewife. I was always busy to care of them.
Very good. So you want to improve your English because why do you want to improve your English?
Yeah, uh, that's my hobby.
Okay, it's good hobby. Well, it's good. It's good to learn English for a lot of different businesses. Good to
hmm
learn English for travel if you want to travel to another country.
Yeah.
My wife and I have become infatuated with Korea.
hmm
Because of COVID, we stayed home and we'd watch a lot of, because of my age, you have to stay inside a lot. We started watching Netflix and we started watching all these Korean dramas and
Uh-huh.
or Korean historical dramas. That's the ones I like, the historical ones.
Yeah.
And we just kind of really, and we live in Asia, we're in Philippines. So we've
hmm
decided as soon as the COVID's over, we're going to go to Korea.
hmm
Yeah.
Um, actually, actually, I have been Philippines uh, very long time ago, about mm, 10 11 years ago. 11 years ago, I have been Boracay Island.
So you want to say 11 years ago, I went to Boracay Island.
Yeah, I went to Boracay Island.
Boracay is beautiful.
Yes, white sand is very soft, and mm,
Good,
that
good restaurants, nice hotels.
yeah,
A
very
lot,
delicious seafood.
yeah. And you can also, when you go there, you can get your bikini on.
hmm Yeah, we just stay resort
Yeah, the resort.
in Boracay.
Yeah. I was at a beach recently, and there was a Korean girl there, a Korean couple, and I was laughing at the woman because she came out, her whole body was covered, even
Yes,
wore gloves and stuff.
now that stars swimming suit is very popular in South Korea.
Yeah, well, it kind of made us laugh. I said, "What do you? At least get in the water,
Bikini
girl."
was not popular here.
Yeah.
Bikini was popular very long time ago.
Oh well, it's still popular here,
Mm.
and it'll always be popular with the men. Trust me, nobody likes that swimsuit.
Yeah. Mhm.
So, you're just learning English to learn English. Okay. Well, good. Then you're not under a time restraint. Let me tell you about how long have you been coming to cambly?
Yeah, I have been practicing English for um for for over 1 year so far.
Okay. Well, I'm going to teach you a few things maybe the other teachers didn't teach you to help your English come along,
Mhm.
because your goal should be not just learning how to speak English, but how to think in English. Okay.
Mhm.
If you learn how to think in English, your fluency will improve.
Mhm.
Because right now, what you're doing is you're thinking in Korean, translate to English,
Yes, yes.
speak English,
That's very hard.
hear English, translate to Korean,
Yeah.
understand. Okay. So that makes your language very choppy, My name is Ellie. I'm a housewife. I have two children. So what
Yes,
we want to get rid of the
yeah.
Okay.
I always have a bad habit. That during I can translate to language.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the reason you do that is because you're translating.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Like
first
this.
thing,
I look another way like this
yeah, look. Well, what you'll
during
look,
thinking. Yeah.
you'll look up to the left side of
Yeah.
your eyes like this, because when you want to use your creative part of your mind, you look up to the left.
Hmm.
Yeah, this is how you like the police can tell when you're lying. Okay, if you're talking and you look up to the left where you're talking, it means that you're making up the story. You can use
Hmm.
that on your kids too. Watch them. If they're talking, they're looking straight at you, or they look to the right, it's okay. But if they look left, they're lying.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
I'm not that your kids would lie, but somebody's kids might.
Yeah. You were principal of a high school, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So my eldest son is interested in new game right now. That's very interesting character is principal. He is always working like this. And the students said like this. My favorite subject is math.
What's the name? Is that a Korean movie?
No, no, not movie game.
Oh, a game, a
Yeah,
video game. Ah,
yeah,
what's it
computer
called?
game. Hmm.
What's it called?
Um, uh, I'm not sure to call that game.
Send it to me in the message later on. You can ask
Yes,
your son.
yes, that's very
I'll
interesting.
have to look at that game.
Yeah, yeah, like this.
Yeah, I used to walk around with like that with.
Mhm. Plastic ruler. Oh, that's more scared.
Well, you look for different avenues of leadership to learn how to apply it to your school.
Mhm.
Machiavelli wrote a book about the ruling families in Italy in
Mhm.
back in the 1540s, 1600s. Okay?
Mhm.
And Machiavelli said, "It is better for the prince to be feared than to be loved."
Mhm.
Okay. So a lot of people, when they become principal, they become a teacher, they want all their students to love them. You don't
Yes.
need this is parenting too. You don't need your kids to love you. You need your kids to fear you.
Yes.
Because
Um.
fear
Mhm.
is um, a lot of things about fear. Fear is really respect.
Mhm.
Okay. Also, the Bible says, fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. So your parents, your teachers, anybody in authority, they represent God in their lives. Okay.
Mhm.
So if they learn how to respect authority, they'll grow up to be wise people.
Yeah. I'm wonder. I'm. I have a question for to you. Are you a strict principal or um, caring principal?
I was both. I was a strict principal because I cared about my students.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Uh, it's the same with children. I used to really be cognizant of my children hearing my voice. If
Mm-hmm.
I said Isaac, I expected my son to look at me and pay attention. Like
Uh-huh.
if they would have had these phones in those days, and I
Mm-hmm.
called my son's name and he didn't answer, kapow, he, he'd get a smack right in the head. So why? Because someday he's going to
Mm-hmm.
be doing something, and if he doesn't hear my voice, it could cost him his life. If he's about ready to walk off the curve in front of a car, and I say, Isaac, I want him to stop immediately and look at me. One time we were at this mall in Colorado, and it had the beam, a beam, a big piece of wood like that square, and it went out over the. He walked out on that thing. He was about maybe 6 or 7 years old, and then squatted on it. He's squatting, You know how Asian people can sit on their back heels, and he was like that.
Yes.
He's the only American I know that can do that. And he's looking down there, and I see him, and his mother's about ready to scream at him. I said, no, you'll scare him into fall off. I said, Isaac. He turned and says, yeah, Dad, can you come here? Yeah, he got up and came back. Then when I got him alone, I said, are you crazy? You're going to kill yourself. So we teach our children to hear our voice. And the same thing with your students. They have to recognize my voice and respond to it, because sometimes it could cost them their life. If you had a fire at the school, you had an armed intruder in the school. I don't need somebody to sit there and argue with me when I say get down the hall. I want you to get down the hall now. But I was also, my teachers were scared of me too. But I was, because I loved them. I wanted them all to be successful. I wanted to help them in any way I could. But I also wanted them to learn that no matter what situation you go into, there's always somebody that you're going to serve. Yeah. You're never going to be the ultimate boss of the world, No, there's always somebody to serve. There's always somebody over you. That's the way life and culture is set. So you need to learn how to function or get along with people in authority. And the best, fastest way is do what you're told. Now, you have to teach them, though, to have character. If somebody in authority tells you to do something wrong or do something illegal, you have to refer to a higher authority, which means, the law is a higher authority. Your ethics is a higher authority. The values your parents taught you are a higher authority. So if your teacher told a boss told you to destroy these files, and you knew it because he was trying to cover something up, that's not an order you would have to follow. Even the military recognizes that. Yeah. You have to obey your officers unless they ask you to do something illegal. And that's where character comes in. Yeah. But interesting as that is, let's get back to your English. I want to improve your English. Yes. Okay. First of all, I've been doing this for 44 years. I have taught thousands of students how to speak English, all the way from kindergarten to 67 years old. Wow, amazing. And I learned the method that I use, and cambly uses the same thing. It's called immersion. If you're in a swimming pool and you're here to the water, but if the water is over your head, you're immersed. Okay. So what Cambly's philosophy is, when you come online with us and we're talking, you're immersed in English. You have to use English, because I don't know any Korean, and I can't learn the language of all my students. I have Korean, Japanese, Chinese, Italian, Turkish, Arab, all these people. So that immerses you in English. Right away, you're trying to listen to me and you're trying to talk to me. Yes. Then what I encourage you to do is watch American movies or American sitcoms without the Korean subtitle. Oh, that's very hard. Exactly. It's very hard, but it's the way you'll learn English. Yeah, exactly. Look at this. Tell me, how did you learn Korean? I have listened to from my parents. You learned from your parents. And how did they teach you? Did they give you a book on grammar or vocabulary? No, or natural. How did they teach you? I learned very naturally. And how is the natural way of learning? Yeah. What is the natural way? I learned through listening, and seeing. Yes. So seeing sign, like why are these people trying to teach you English by giving you a book? Learn this vocabulary, learn this grammar, learn this, learn that. You didn't learn Korean that way.
No.
So why are you trying to learn English that way? The way you learn English is by listening. So by
Mm-hmm.
watching the movie, at first it's going to be very uncomfortable because you're used to doing that just for fun. And this
Yeah.
isn't fun, this is class. Okay? Your brain is marvelous. It's
Mm-hmm.
to the point of being magical. The human mind is so, everybody thinks the computer is smart, right? Computer's
Yeah.
not part, computer is stupid. Computer knows two things: off and on, off and
Mm-hmm.
on. If you
Yeah.
ever see them write code, they write zeros and one. Zero is off, one is on. That's all they
Mm-hmm.
know. Okay? To do what your body and brain do, it would take a 2 hectares full of computers to match your brain.
Mm-hmm.
So the problem is, though, we don't trust our brain. We don't. Nobody's let us know how powerful it is. What I want to do is teach you how to think in English.
Yeah, yeah, that's very that's most important things.
So what I want you to do to learn to think is I want you to watch these movies without the subtitle.
Yes, I will try from now. I will try.
I know it'll be hard, but if you really
Mhm.
want to learn English, this is the best way. Okay.
Yes.
And next time we talk, I'll teach you how to learn grammar without
Oh
having
my.
without having to do any more book learning. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But um, and we didn't invent this. Okay. The United States military uses this tactic to teach their sailors and their soldiers how to speak a different language. If
Mm-hmm.
America wanted, and to tell you the truth, it mostly has to do. I have 10 cousins that are in the Navy, and more than half of them belong to what they call the Naval Linguistics Department, which
Mm-hmm.
sounds pretty academic, but what it really is how they teach American sailors to spy on other countries. Okay. What the Americans do is they put a boat out there, and the boat has very powerful equipment, and they listen to everything. They listen to telephone calls, they
Mm-hmm.
listen to radio, listen
Yeah.
to the TV, because unknowingly people will give important information, even strategic information,
Mm-hmm.
when they're talking. Okay, I lost your camera. Hold on just a minute. I'm gonna
Yeah.
restore it.
Can you I can hear you.
There you are.
Yeah.
So what my cousins did, and they helped the Navy do this, teach a lot of people. They speak so many languages. I'm not even funny.
Mm-hmm.
If they wanted to learn Korean, they would make a village.
Yeah.
It would have a school that the sailor would go
Mm-hmm.
to every day. They would have families. You would stay with the family. Okay.
Yeah.
They had a little bar, a little restaurant, a little store. Everybody speaks Korean. Nobody
Mm-hmm.
speaks English. The,
Yes.
the TV, Korean. The
Uh-huh.
Wi-Fi, Korean. All the books, Korean. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So um, we think that the telephone is our friend. It's not. Telephone makes us stupid. Oh, I don't know what this word, so I put it down and I get the translation. Okay, it means ring. Okay, but then about a week later,
Mm-hmm.
you come across the word ring, ring again.
Ring.
Okay,
Yeah.
and you don't remember how to say it. So you have to go back and put it in the translator again. Okay.
Yes.
Why didn't your brain save that word? Because your brain knows that you're going to save it on the phone. Why should it save it?
Mm-hmm. I always use my translator on Google.
Bad,
That's bad habit to learn
bad
English.
habit.
Yeah.
Yes.
I noticed that right now.
So what you want to do is you want to start letting your brain know
Mm-hmm.
that there's a new game in town. Because what the brain was satisfied with is think in Korean, translate to English, speak. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That worked. But now you want it to learn more complex. And that's okay because your brain loves a game. Just like the principal game, all these kids are playing games all the time. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because your unconscious brain loves to play games. So the
Yeah.
new the new game is going to be I'm going to learn how to think in English. So you're
Mhm.
going to watch the movie. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, maybe in the movie you see the woman tell her husband they're having an argument. She says, I hate you. Okay? You don't know what I hate you means, but you know that it's bad because the husband has a visceral response to it.
Yeah, but I can read
Face.
their yeah face.
Yeah. And those are called contact clues. By reading
Hmm.
their face and what they do, you say, ah, so I hate you is very powerful to say in an argument. If I'm in an argument with an American, I can say, I hate you. And I know
And
it'll get a
negative
response.
words. Yeah.
Yeah, but but that's okay that you don't know exactly what it means because you're already developing an understanding of the word at an
Mhm.
organic level that you won't forget.
I totally agree with you, but I did like this. I I will try to exactly words, but that's not good, right?
You try to do what with the words?
Um, I exactly mean I was looking for only exactly
Right.
word
You're looking for the
meaning
because
and
but
meaning.
think about when you were a baby, you didn't know what mama was.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't know that mama was a person. You didn't know what mama meant. But one day, for some reason, you stumbled and said, mama. And your mother went crazy. She thought it was fantastic. Oh, mama, yes, say mama. And you thought, I don't know what mama means, but I know if I say it, I get a happy face. Mama holds me. Mama gave me. Okay. So every once in a while, you just say mama, and she gets the same response.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to take you years to understand what mother is. And even
Yeah.
now, you're a mother, you're learning more about motherhood. It changes your understanding. That's how you have to think about this. That might
Mm-hmm.
be exactly what it means, but it's going to change for me. So then maybe you see the woman say, I hate you. And then she pulls out a gun. I'm going to kill you. Bam. I don't know what I'm going to kill you means, but it looks like it means that they're going to murder you. Okay. So
Yeah.
I'm going to have to remember that. I hate you. I'm going to kill you. Kill you is bad. So you're starting to have an understanding of the word. You're starting to think about the word. Then you will remember the word.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You won't forget it like you do with a translation. Okay.
Yes.
So this is an organic, natural way to learn.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be uncomfortable at first because you're used to watching it and oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But you'll notice a lot more in the movie. You'll not notice the context. You'll notice the people's expression when they're talking, and
Mm-hmm.
it will make you start to think in English because your brain is going to say, okay, I don't have the subtitle anymore, no translation. What are they saying? What does he mean by that? Ah, yeah. Why are they all laughing? What did they do? And pretty soon you will start to understand English.
Yes. Your right, because several months ago, election of the USA, but
Mhm.
I just watching news from the US, but I couldn't understand at all. But now uh, I can understand about 60% 60%
Exactly.
of content. Yeah.
That is that marvelous brain I was talking to you about. Your
Hmm.
brain is already starting to figure out, I can learn this. I can understand this. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, this means this. And pretty soon you understand all of it because
Yeah.
your brain wants to win the game.
So I'm so glad to hear about Afghanistan situation um, and the U.S. Politics situation.
Yeah, well, it's a weird political
So very
situation.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I,
not
I
interesting
don't,
for
I don't
you.
like, I don't like Biden. I don't like Biden. Look,
Wow.
it's a
Ooh.
tattered flag because America is tattered now.
Mm-hmm. You are Patriot, right? Patriot.
Pirate,
Uh, you are
patriot.
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 Yeah,
Patriot.
patriot.
Yes.
Patriot.
Are you a
I
patriot?
I use this word first in my life in English. Yeah,
Oh yeah, first time, huh?
yeah,
Yeah,
first time.
American patriots are usually the people who are conservative, that believe in America. That then you have the opposite side, the socialists, the
Are you
Democrats.
conservative? Are you conservative?
Yes,
Yes, I'm conservative, but almost Cambly tutor, not conservative. So
most teachers are liberal.
yeah, so are you support are you support um I
Did you
support
did you support Donald
we
Trump?
are you
That's
support Donald Trump?
yes.
Yes.
I voted for him both times.
Actually, this when I say like this, almost tutor have burden to speak about politics and now situation about the USA. So I'm very interested in uh, the US situation about politics, especially politics, only politics.
Yeah, because it's important to Korea.
Yeah.
America has been the ally with Korea since
Yeah, sure.
1952, and
Yeah.
American soldiers are right there on the border, ready to fight every day to
Yeah, very,
keep
very great
Korea safe.
ally. Yeah.
So we want to make sure we have a president in Washington that's going to honor that commitment. We don't want Biden to say tomorrow, "Oh, we're pulling our troops out of Korea."
Yeah.
We don't want that. That's
So
bad.
I'm in my mind I'm so like this I always conservative says America great again, right?
Make America great again.
Yeah, make
And,
America
and
great.
you want to make Korea great again. As a matter of fact,
Yes, yeah.
South Korea
Likewise, yeah. Likewise.
Korea is a marvelous country. I
Mhm.
always like when I'm comparing communism and
Yes,
democracy.
yeah, now,
I have a picture of Korea, right? At
yeah,
night. And the north is all dark, one or two lights, and then South Korea is all lit. I said, this is the difference in democracy and communism. In
yes.
communism, they can't afford to run the lights at night. But
Hmm.
in a free democracy with a capitalistic economy, Korea has become great.
Yeah.
Everybody loves K-pop.
Hmm. Yeah.
So
So
you need to love Korea. I need to love America, and we need to love each other.
yeah, but now I do not. I give Korean politics because left side is control South in this South Korea.
In
So
America too. Biden is moron.
yeah.
Oh man,
So
I hate that guy.
yeah,
But you
stupid.
know what? I don't know if you followed it enough, but they did an audit in Arizona on the votes, and in
Hmm.
reality, Biden didn't win Arizona. So they're
Oh,
asking the declassification, and now they've got about 4 or 5 other audits going around. They're going to know what everybody knows, but they're going to be able to prove it in court that
yeah.
they didn't win that election. They cheated.
So and I'm following and subscribe Fox News. So I can yeah, their subscriber is increasing every day like this. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm when I watch the Fox News, I'm so happy to hear that.
Well, I'm glad to hear you're conservative. Now, see, I found out that you're just from our show that you're smart, you're
Hmm.
conservative, and you're pretty.
Yeah.
So you got it
Yeah.
all, lady. 100%. Your husband, lucky man.
Yes, I'm conservative and I want to learn English about politics, but almost the tutor do not want that. I'm so I'm so lucky
I'll
today.
send you my schedule so we can talk about politics.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely. Yeah.
yeah, it's. I have several Korean students, and they're all conservative.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that
Yes.
I've talked to, military officers, I got a guy who's a business guy with Kia, and
Oh
then